right, YouTube, welcome back to another video. We got Turbo!
What's going on, everybody?
Good to have you, Turbo. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it big time.
No, I appreciate you guys for inviting me.
Yeah, of course, man. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's hop right into the first question. How did you get into trading, Turbo?
So at first, when I first wanted to get into the online space, really not just trading in general, really just wanted to do something for myself. I was in college at that time, and I was switching majors left and right. Like every single day, I would just talk about a different major with my friends, and they're like, "Yo, bro, like you obviously don't know what you want." And I've always had passion for entrepreneurship. I wanted to build something for myself. I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to like kind of, start a business, right? And then that's when I came across ecom. I tried that. I used to get these ads on YouTube that used to pop up, and they said, "Oh, we will make a shop for you, and we'll run the ads for you, whatever. Just pay $19." Okay, paid that. That shit did not work. It did nothing.
No bueno.
And then I pivoted from that. I went to marketing. I started a marketing agency, actually, that is still functional right now to this day. It is still running. I have the marketing business. I just don't talk about it as much. So you guys get to be the first to actually say that out loud. I don't talk about that as often. But I started a marketing agency that helps with, barbers, dentists, real estate agents. We help film for them, car details, car dealerships, for example. We go send out videographers and photographers that will take videos and photos of your car, and then we help you monetize and actually advertise on Facebook, etc. Yeah. So I started that. I made a decent amount of money from that, and then COVID hit. When COVID hit, everything shut down. My business went to shit. That's when I found out about day trading. I found out about penny stocks, actually, at first. There was a very popular Discord named Stock VIP at that time. And I was like, yo, this is interesting. I've always wanted to get into investing. I've always been an investor, but I've never really looked at it as in like, okay, I can make this something happen, can make something happen out of this. So got into that. I learned a little bit of the fundamentals, just supply and demand basics, nothing too complicated, nothing too crazy. I went through the LCT route, obviously failed miserably at that. And then I decided, you know what, let me just steer away from this. Let me just come up with something of my own. I found the strat. I put my focus into that. I don't want to bore you guys too much with the story, obviously, but I found the strat. I put a lot of info into that, put a lot of time into that, and I dedicated my time into like understanding what the strat is. I liked it, but I didn't like the fact that it's just basically over the higher time frames. So I decided, okay, supply and demand is where I could find my entries. The strat is what I use to get my entries and my executions. So fail to ups, fail to downs, all of those. I take my executions on supply and demand levels. Boom. That's kind of what I found. And that's when I became, a trader. That's when I wanted to become a trader full time. I gave it my all. I literally put in, I think it was $30,000 at that time into COVID. I lost it all. And then I put it all on GameStop. If you guys remember,
Yeah.
And if you guys remember the GameStop and the AMC run that we had.
Whole thing,
2020. Yeah. So that time I put in about $15,000 and I bumped it up to $45,000 in one night because we were just literally just sitting there, me and my friends. We're like, all right, we're going to full port this shit. We're going to gamble it all the way.
Yeah.
And it was fun. Like it definitely gets your blood racing, right? But then when the market opened up, I'm sitting back, I'm like, damn, like I really could make this happen. And yeah, it bumped up to 45. So I was net green now, $15,000 on my account. I'm like, yes, let's go. Like, I'm excited. I'm pumped. Let's get this. Come to find out, I find out about SPX. I'm like, okay, me? SPX got nothing on me.
Easy.
Full ported, lost it all.
So, woo.
And that's kind of my game. Like that's when I started learning about it. That's when I was like, all right, you could find a system, you could find a strategy, you could do all of this good things that you could find. But if you don't practice risk management and if you have good psychology, then you're gonna get humbled real quick. You're going to get cooked real quick in the market. The market does not care about your strategy. It cares about your risk management, psychology more than anything. Because you could give the same people, you could give two people the exact same strategy, the exact same risk management, every single thing you could name in the book. But if they don't follow good psychology, good risk management, they will blow their accounts. One of them will blow, the other person will actually succeed because they have that. So
yeah, and
I feel like that's kind of how it came about it. Yeah.
That's a concurrent issue we hear about a lot. Is a lot of people just don't care, and they don't care the moment. They just rip their accounts and full port. No, full porting is like a weekly thing for a lot of people. I hear like it's not even just like a once a month, or maybe once every other month. They just rip it every single day or once a week. It's like it's kind of crazy.
I could actually speak about that because like people, I think what it is, I hate when people say it's because you're inexperienced. I think it's because you have not fully identified as a trader yet. So I think being a trader is an identity. It's like you go to the gym, right? When you first go to the gym, the first time you go there, you're not immediately a bodybuilder. You're not gonna just jump and say, oh yeah, look at me, I'm 7'3", I'm 500 pounds and pure muscle only. Nope, it doesn't work that way. It takes time for you to build towards that. It takes you years of discipline, years of time, years of actual energy. You're committing to this, and once you're able to recognize that you're now actually a trader, you will see that you're consistent. But people will say, oh, well, you're inexperienced, you don't have the right systems, you've been mentored bad. That's not really the case. I think it's just identity. I don't think you have fully gotten the actual identity of a trader yet. That's what I think.
To get sidetracked, do you go to the gym at all?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. I love the gym. Yeah. I've been recently getting into pickleball as well.
Oh, all right. That's class.
So, I heard the pickleball, if you ever need the ones, I'm sure I'm going to see you in person one day. I will genuinely destroy you in pickleball. I don't want to do you like that.
I don't know about that. I've been getting really good, bro.
Really?
I've been getting really good.
We shall find out in person. But I heard are you pretty decent at pool? I heard you and, or maybe Ant versus you and ZZ played some pool sometime.
Yeah, I'm horrible in pool, to be honest with
you.
I'm more of like I've not played pool as much. I played it on the phone. That's something I'm crazy
me too.
with.
I'm pretty good at that.
But
Get a little a little ruler out and get it lined up.
Yeah, literally. I'll grab a pencil and just put it on the side. And in high school, just like I'm just so good.
Yeah, that's valid.
Do you have a rating in pickleball? Are you rating yet?
I see.
No. I'm just starting to slowly learn about it. Right now, I'm just kind of learning the rules, whatever. Surfers and the differences between whenever you surf and when you're just defending, stuff like that. I'm just learning the basics,
Yeah. So going on that sports topic, we do have a little video of you playing some arcade basketball. I have to say, if you do want to check your phone, I did send it over.
You looked pretty good.
Oh, God.
We're going to throw a little overlay, but you're a shooter, man. You're dangerous when it comes to the court.
So is basketball your main sport?
Basketball is not my main sport, actually.
What? It looked like it. Yeah. You were draining shit.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's 2. Okay, that's a miss. That's just 2 so far. Oh, God. Okay, that's 3. All right. That's 4. Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Okay. That's That's 5. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Share with people that you are a shooter and you're lethal. So be careful from that 3-point line.
For a short guy, I did pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. And you have Shinobi over there acting, crazy.
No, we'll definitely have to, when we make it out to Dallas to meet all the boys, because a lot of you guys live out there, we'll play some basketball, we'll play some pickleball.
Pickleball for sure, bro.
Neither one. Pickleball for sure.
That would be a blast, man. And we'll run a little podcast IRL too, really get to know you guys.
It would be really nice, yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
For sure. So let's hop back into trading. What do you think you were doing wrong early on, and maybe you could relate that to other traders with their early stages?
Yeah, so a lot of it came from me just trying to, I would say, again, be somebody that I'm not. So when I first started trading, I wanted to make money quick, right? I was looking for a way out because everybody in life that was around me had something going for them, whether it's school or business or family, background. They have all of these things and I didn't have anything, nothing stuck out to me. So I wanted to feel like I'm at least caught up. I felt like I was behind and I wanted to be at least caught up. So that kind of pulled me back when it comes to my trading, and it put me in a very miserable spot because I would risk a lot. I would take unnecessary positions. I would not practice risk management at all. I would do some random stuff just because, again, I felt like I was needing to prove something to myself and to everybody around me. And I think whenever you look around in the social media space right now, you see people that are up like $10K per day, $12,000 per day, and so on, more. You have, like, for example, I don't want to talk about people or mention them by name, but you have big influencers in this space, in the trading space, that make $50 million a day, and it's like, yeah, buddy, So when you see that, me as a beginner, seeing those kinds of numbers, and I'm like sitting there like, oh damn. Is this really true?
I mean, it's
and
crazy.
I'm behind. If that's the case, then I'm really behind. It pushed me back a lot. It made me feel like I was left out, and it made me feel really, really miserable. But when I actually focused on my own growth, it changed a lot. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll talk about that a little bit. But another thing that kind of stopped me from becoming a consistent trader or just profitable in general was honestly, I didn't have the info. I didn't have nobody to put my back on, right? So a lot of people talk about the mentoring space and they think that it's, scams or shit like that. I'm not again, I'm not even trying to sell anything here, but find yourself somebody that you could actually chat with and understand what you're doing wrong. And even if it's an AI, that's completely fine. Even if it's somebody, ChatGPT, you have that, just find something or someone that could help you and guide you and give you an outside perspective instead of you just looking inside the box, because you will come up with excuses for yourself. You just come up with random answers. Like when I used to take random trades, I would sit there and like, why did I take this? And I would give myself the most random, dumbest answers. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly why I took it. In reality, there was no such thing. There's no setup there at all. So why did I exactly take that? A lot of people don't realize that, but I think that's a big thing. Another thing, stop comparing yourself with others. Like, again, you could watch content creators, you could, be motivated from them, but don't compare yourself to them. Not everybody's going to be honest with you on how much they spent on evals for them to make that $50,000 payout that they just made, or how many resets they bought. All of these things, they don't mention that.
For sure.
So it's really hard because this space is made to make you fail. It's set up for you to fail, and you succeeding in it is a big achievement. So if you find yourself, successful, or you're finding some kind of consistency, good for you, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah, I find a lot of people say that social media trading space can be very deceiving, and it is like a trap to make you fail.
Yeah.
So I really understand where you're coming from there.
No, it's really hard because I've seen so many people get into the space and they're like, they want to just see the social media creators that are making these bottom entries or top entries. They're like, okay, I want to do that too. I want to be perfect. You're not going to be. The whole point of it is you're not supposed to be perfect. You're just supposed to be consistent, and that's it.
Yeah, so, a lot of people. Oh, sorry about that. A lot of mentors aren't very transparent about it. So we only know a couple that are, and so that's like very important to be transparent, so other people know that it's okay to lose and it happens. Like failure leads to success.
Not everyone has a 100% win rate.
Yeah.
So leading on to that, what do most traders get wrong about profitability?
I think they just try, again, that one that I just mentioned right now, the risk management is a big thing. Like they just focus on random things, so they don't practice it at all. They would full port accounts. They would go into it with the mindset of, okay, I need to just get this account. And yes, you're losing $50. I'm absolutely with you on that, but that doesn't mean you have every right to full port your account and say, you know what, yay, let's get that adrenaline rush. Because at that point, just go to the casino. Like what's the difference?
Yeah,
sure.
It's like if I would rather you go actually be consistent and manage it the right way. Maybe put the account like this. If you're spending $50 on the account and you're buying that, and you have, let's just say okay, I will take 4 trades on this account, and if I lose all 4 trades, I will blow this account, and that's completely fine. Okay, now you risk that $50K account, $2,000 drawdown, $500 per trade you're risking. If you lose back-to-back 4 times, then that account is gone. That's completely fine. But you full porting a single $2,000 in one trade, just YOLO. Yeah, that's a little strange. That's when I actually built up the balances with TopStep. If you remember that time when I went up to 150K in balance, and that's when I was telling everybody. I said, guys, look, the way I'm going to approach this, I'm going to build a small buffer, then up my risk, and up my risk again. So I went from making that $1,000 day, $1,000 day to $2,000 days, then $10,000 days, $20,000 days, and I showed that on live.
Crazy.
Yeah, you slowly scaled up without getting lucky or anything like that.
I mean, I don't think if you guys don't know, 150K buffer on TopStep, I mean, is like unheard of, and it's crazy. So I mean, good for you and congratulations and good work for doing that. That shows a lot of that shows about who you are as a person yourself and as a trader, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Talking about success and everything, how much of success is strategy versus psychology?
I would say strategy is, I think it's a 50-50 in that. I think you have to have the right strategy, and I think you have the right psychology. A lot of people tell you they try to blame psychology. Again, it's there definitely. Psychology is a big factor, but at the same time, strategy is a big factor of it too. If you're opening a market, let's just say in the real world out there, and you go open a store, you have no strategy when it comes to marketing or when you're getting the product, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to fail. But when it comes to that, so you got to have the strategy, and at the same time you have to have the psychology, right? Psychology to it. So if you're seeing somebody put in 4 or 5 hours a day into their business, what are you going to do to outwork them? And if you can't outwork them, then don't be surprised that you're behind them.
For sure.
You know, that's the way that it goes. That's just how business is.
Correct.
Yeah. So talking about actually putting in the work, you know, what do you think? Do you think backtesting or, you know, forward testing your strategy, like actual market experience? What do you think helps more as a trader?
Both. So backtesting is important for beginners because like you get to pause the market anytime and you get to see what's happening, etc. So when you're a beginner, like you say 1 to 3 months in, yeah, absolutely backtest, understand that. But then past that 3-month mark, you should definitely start using a forward testing software or something like a practice account. That way you could actually start getting that market experience in where you can't pause anymore. And at the same time, after those 3 months are passed, you know, I would say jump on a combine, a cheap account, you know, just so that way you get that little emotion involved. Because with a practice account, you have no emotions. You could just click reset and that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
So what are your thoughts on, say you join a Discord for $100 and you copy trade someone? Do you think that's a trap long term?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a trap if you're just copy trading them. If you're just blindly taking trades because they take them, because not everybody like me. I have a Discord myself, and I actually show my trades on there as well. But not every trade I show, right? So not every trade I would be on my computer and I would be, oh yeah, let me just go ahead and signal this or alert this or say something about this. No. Some trades I'm driving and I'm just taking that trade, and sometimes I'm just in the middle of something and just watching a movie or something with my girlfriend, and I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead and take a trade. So I think it's good to have someone to watch and see how they perform in the market, see how they analyze the market, but just taking signals is not going to get you nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you ever have a big problem with over trading or like fear of missing out?
Yeah, for sure. That when I first started, yes, I see all these people making a lot of money, and I'm like, why can't I do that? So I would see one of my friends is like, he just called me, he's like, yo, I'm up 5K today. I'm like, what? Damn. And I have made nothing that day. And I'm okay, I need to jump in a trade immediately. I need to find myself a position right now. And I would get into a trade just because of FOMO again, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, like I would lose, jump back in, lose again, jump back in because I want to make that money back. Plus more. Even sometimes I would reach that break-even point and I'll say, you know what, I can keep going. And ends up.
I think we've all done that.
Yeah. It's always going to lead you to the bad. It's never going to be good to do that. That's what I've realized. Like,
yeah.
So many people have done that, and it's the exact same answer every single time, dude.
Yeah, it's happened to us a couple times where we're like, why don't we just get lucky every once in a while?
Yeah.
It never works. It never works.
I swear we've
never works, yeah.
never hit the luck factor in full porting. So, I think that's a sign just to not do it in general.
Yeah. How long did you struggle with that?
A few months, honestly, until I realized that I'm very quick to learn. So I just like to learn new things. So when I see myself doing something and repeating a pattern, I notice that pattern and I try to cut it. That's what I talked about a lot, actually, is when you're noticing patterns in your trading or just in general in life, cut those patterns out, because that's what kind of gets you in that same boat. Like, if you see yourself revenge trading or just FOMOing into positions and doing random stuff, the way to cut that out is to identify that pattern. Let's just say, for example, you take your trade at New York Open, 8:30 for us in Texas. Market opened up, you just took your position, you took a loss. Tomorrow, market opened, you took a loss again at market open. The day after, again, another loss. That's 3 days back to back of you at the same exact minute you're taking that trade. Guess what you can do to kind of steer away from that? Stop trading market open.
Yeah. Literally simple.
Right.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Like, stop trading market open. Pivot into maybe 30 minutes after market open or an hour. And that way you are now in a different environment and you see what's happening there.
Yeah.
That's the right goal about it.
Yeah, you don't have to trap yourself in one certain spot or get stuck.
Why would you say most traders sabotage themselves after winning, and how would you fix that?
They're not used to it. So this is actually something that I like this topic a lot. Actually. This is one of my favorites because a lot of people are not used to making those $1,000 days, $500 days. They usually get that within a week or maybe even 2 weeks. If you're working minimum wage right now in the US, you're making $500 every 2 weeks, right? So what they'll do is they will see that P&L on the screen. They're like, $500, damn. And it's not something you could identify. It's something within you. It's in the back end. It's more like deep down behind you. You don't even know that it creeps up that bad. But you see that P&L and you're like, damn, I'm up 500. This is how much I would make in a week. You blow that because you're not used to it. Yeah. Imagine giving someone that has a homeless right now, a homeless guy, not trying to disrespect anybody that is homeless.
No, for sure.
People that go through disasters, right? But let's just say this guy went through basically overspending his whole life, and he became homeless because he couldn't have a good budget to play off of and actually understand how to manage his money. He wasn't a money manager. So he became homeless. You give him $5,000. Instead of him taking that money and taking advantage of that and rebuilding his life with it, he will go spend that money right away and lose it all. Same thing here.
It's a perfect example, actually. Yeah.
That is a good example. As someone to your level, obviously, I'm not saying you have an ego, but it's easy to have an ego. How do you keep your ego in check while trading and in life in general?
I am the furthest away from ego, honestly, dude. I am, like, maybe you guys don't say obviously because I'm on stream and whatnot majority of the time, but in person you could ask any one of my friends. I am far away from ego. I always tell myself, like, I try to keep myself as simple as possible. I don't wear anything fancy. I don't, do anything fancy. Max I've had is probably just a freaking Just watch that I bought, and maybe like, and again, I bought that because one of my friends forced me to. It wasn't even like I wanted it.
So
it was
crazy.
Like, this looks sick. This looks sick. You need this. You got this. I was like, no. I don't want it. You should get this. I said, okay, fine. But it's really not like, I don't have the craziest ego when it comes to that. I try to humble myself all the time because I came from a very humble beginning. Tell you stories. When I first grew up, I'm not from here. I'm not from the U.S. I'm actually from the Middle East. So I grew up in Iraq and I grew up in Syria. And both of those countries were at that time war. It was a complete war zone, dude. It was horrible. So when you see all of these things and you see your friends, you get called up like that person was there yesterday, but now he's not even existent, Sometimes they go missing. And they would go missing for weeks. And then you would show up and you're like, where is this guy? You find him under a bunch of rubble just covered because that's just the war, right? So when you go through those trials in life, it matures you faster, and it tells you that just because you're here in life right now, that doesn't mean you were not going to go back there or that you weren't there. So always keep that humble approach. When I talk to anybody, whether it's a homeless guy, whether it's a trash man, or whether it's a billionaire that comes off a yacht, I don't care. I'm still going to shake his hand. I don't care if it's dirty. I don't care if it's messy. I don't care if it's, I don't know what bad thing. I don't know anything bad. I will still shake that person's hand and just pay my respect because I think that's what you should do as a human.
Completely.
For sure. When did you move into the U.S.?
2013, towards the end of 2012, 2013, beginning of it, we came here to the U.S., me and my family. Yes, I did come as an immigrant. From there, I was literally, 13 years old at that time. And that's when we came here.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I didn't even know that.
Definitely got a good story.
Yeah.
Did you go straight to Texas or did you live somewhere else before?
We were in Florida for 3 months, and we were living with my aunt actually in Florida, and then an alligator came inside the backyard.
No shot.
Or a crocodile or something. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I was a
same
little kid,
thing.
bro. And then we had a pool there. I kid you not, my mom saw that and she was like, "We're not staying here."
Yeah, I wouldn't want to stay there either.
So,
I've seen those videos too on YouTube.
In the pool.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, that's wild.
Yeah. You're like sitting there, you just see that big thing come up, and you're like, "What the fuck?" So my mom was like, "Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here."
Yeah,
I would be scared,
that's
man.
Definitely a valid reason to move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so outside of life, what habits or habit has improved your trading results the most?
What habits have improved my trading a lot? I think live trading.
Okay.
Like, surprising, right? Not a lot to talk about that, but live trading has helped me a lot because it keeps me in check. It tells me that, hey, there's somebody watching me, and it tells me that, hey, I can't overtrade, over leverage, or take dumb positions because I have someone that's watching me, and that individual could either be replicating that exact trade or maybe just watching me to learn. And how would they learn from someone that's just doing bad things? So I made it a habit for me to live trade. as much as possible. And at the same time, like habit that has helped me with my psychology, with everything, is the gym. And the gym is definitely a place that could help you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
say that. I mean, it also works for us. It just keeps us disciplined. It keeps us locked in. And being locked in off the charts has helped us a ton on the charts.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or even just
Yeah.
getting my anger out after, maybe a losing day, not
Yeah.
revenge trading, but I'll revenge trade in the gym and fucking slam some shit.
I
So,
wish I could say that. When I first started, I wish I could say that, bro. Whenever I did that, my P&L would definitely be the thing that I'm attached to. So if I'm like red on the day, I wouldn't even want to go to the gym. at
Really?
that time,
Okay.
Yeah, dude. When I first started, I'd be like, it would be bad. Like I would see that I'm green on the day. I'm like, yeah, I'm Zeus now. Let me go to the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm about to kill every machine that I see in front of me, bro. But it wasn't working.
It's kind
Until
of
I
funny
just-
because
Me and Dave were just talking about.
yeah, we were just talking about how. Well, I don't know if this is what Miles was gonna say, but normally when we have red days, we always PR because our splits like we PR like every four out of 6 days of the week. So normally when we have a red day, we end up PRing in the gym. We have a green day. I mean, we don't even like
Yeah.
we never hit the PR. Like, I swear it's like
Too
an
happy.
ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Like it's like I actually,
that's
just
actually
get
really
my
interesting.
full anger out when I have a red day.
So with trading being so much of someone's life, they're going to be so attached to it. And if you aren't attached to it, you could be more interested in the gym. So then you're more focused on the gym rather than trading and getting so caught up in the whole trading, and you lose, and then you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is because people think like when you start trading and you start seeing how easy it is to make money and also lose money, you kind of forget about everything else that exists in the real world out there. You are so attached to the screen and to trading in general that you want to be on the charts 24/7. You want to be taking a position 24/7, and that's good. That's good and all. Don't get me wrong. But like, there's more to life than just the charts. There's way more to life out there. Like that's why I picked up pickleball. I picked up tennis. I picked up golf. All these hobbies that I just want to get myself going. I bought a guitar just because I want to learn how to play the guitar. I played the piano when I was a kid.
I like that.
That's really cool.
All these things, I want to be able to steer away from just being okay. Yeah, I'm just trading and that's it. That's all I have to do for my day. Where I could pick up these hobbies and call, for example, one of my best friends and actually a brother to me now is Zizi, and call him and say, "Yo, let's go play pickleball. Let's go play tennis. Let's go boxing. Let's go get a workout in.
Okay.
Let's go drive the cars around and just do some dumb stuff that we should do because we're young."
Yeah.
And
Quick
why
question:
not,
Who's better at
Yeah.
pickleball? You or Zizi?
Me, for sure.
Really? What about any other sport? Does he one up you on anything, or are you just the kingpin?
I think A-ball pool. He's definitely
Okay.
He's got you in it.
pool. He's a demon, bro. He's crazy
Yeah.
with it for sure.
That's cool.
You have what else? I would say golf. He's really good at golf. I would say. This is something I probably should not say on, but cutting
Yeah.
up on the road
Yeah.
is
Swimming.
definitely
He's
one
a
of
good
his
swimmer.
hobbies. He's a good
yeah.
swimmer,
Yeah, that's what they
for
call
me,
that.
I like to do drifts a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at. For him, he's more of a cut up. He likes to do that.
Really, that's sick.
What kind
Yeah,
of car do you have, Turbo?
Yeah. So I have two. I have a Mercedes C63S and I have a BMW M4 CS.
Which one do you like more?
Yeah. The C63 is stage 2, so it's definitely faster. It gives me that rush whenever I do push it. The BMW is more of a driver's car. They both have their own fun. I can't decide really, but I would definitely say, because I'm a drifter, I like to drift. BMW is definitely my taste.
Yeah, what is the C63 all-wheel drive?
No, it's rear wheel, but it has no grip, to be honest with you. So
Oh, okay.
when you're drifting or you're taking turns, it tends to go too much where it oversteers by itself a little too much because the body. The BMW is made in a way that it puts you in complete control of the car. Honestly speaking, I never would say that until I drove one and owned one. Before, I would be a big Mercedes fan and I would just say, yeah, Mercedes on top. But when I drove the BMW and I drifted it the first time, you can't lose it. You just can't. You have
that's awesome.
you have just the steering wheel's your control, everything.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
sick.
that's good.
sick.
That's a little safer too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think when you're doing that, you don't care about safety, but it's okay. I
True.
wanna mess up the car. Like when I bought this car, I wanna.
Really?
Okay.
The guy that had it before me, he took very good care of it. He didn't take off the stickers from the sides. It's
And you said
It's-
fuck
it's
it.
mint.
He said, "Fuck the car on."
and he brought it up to me. So now it's my turn to make sure this car stays with a good home, and I'm gonna fuck it up so bad.
I like that. I like that. Maybe throw it in the
That's
lake
valid.
one day. See if
Yeah,
he's
for
working
sure.
the submarine.
No, I'll go ahead and just what's his name, Alex FX. Whenever he drills.
Oh
the
my
thing, I'll
God! Yeah,
drill
he
Yeah.
drills it.
DMG
He
on
has
it.
the drill saw or whatever.
Grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you guys pull up, you guys can drill DMG on there
Yeah.
or DMJ.
That'd be sick.
All right, so let's hop into your
Yeah.
more so trading view. What's your pre-market routine look like? And I don't know if you want to hop into like if you do pre-Asia or pre-New York. Just what do you do before?
Yeah. So usually people confuse this with bias and the higher time frames. So a lot of people would say, my bias is shorts or longs because they look at the daily time frame. For me, when I get into the pre-market and when I'm trying to go ahead and analyze before I get into any trades or anything like that, I would look at the time frames and see where is the next potential move. What that means is, for example, if we have the 4-hour time frame and the hourly and the 30-minute aligning to expand up, then my bias is expanding up for the next hour. If the 4-hour is giving me that we're going to expand to the downside, then what I would like to see is us expanding to the downside. That's my bias for the next 4 hours. That doesn't mean my bias will stay the whole day just as that, because I'm not a swing trader. I am a day trader, right? I'm a scalper. I get in quick and I get out quick, right? So my goal is to capitalize on those small moves that happen in the market that I could make my money out of and get out. That means if I look at the 4-hour, we have a brand new 4-hour candle that just opened up right now, and I'm watching this and I'm interested in entries, and I see that it's a very weak candle. We have clear signs of rejections. Guess what I'll do? I'll go ahead and watch over and see exactly what's happening now and find my entries for us to expand lower. And that's just for the next 4 hours. And then after those 4 hours are over and we have hit take profit or stop loss or whatever the case might be, now my bias will change, whether it's a long or a short. A lot of people confuse that. They say, okay, well, the daily time frame is bullish. We are like in a bullish uptrend on the daily time frame. And yes, that's true. But are you going to be holding a trade for the next 3 days? What if the daily is just this small of a candle? What if this daily is this big of a candle? What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So when I look at these smaller ones and I'm looking at these smaller time frames, I could capitalize on those moves, go in heavier, and target pretty quick, be in and out quickly. That gives me more confidence. It gives me more trades to take throughout the day, and it makes me feel more in control.
For sure.
You are the #1 Asia scalper.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Number
I
one.
appreciate that. So I've gotten that from a couple of my friends actually, and people in the Discord, where they would say, dude, like, I've not seen a single human that brought Asia to existence as much as you. Before I even started trading live on TikTok or on YouTube, Discord, I was trading Asia. So all my friends knew me as the Asia trader. They would see Asia open, they're like, Turbo, are you on? I'd say, yeah, sure.
I'm there.
So we'd get on a call and then just trade from there. And from that day, from that moment, they were like, okay, yeah, you're the Asia trader, bro. And then when I got good at it and I became consistent and I started getting those payouts through Apex, through Tradeify, through Top Step, like, wait, yo, like, I have not seen a single human out there that is as good as you with this. I don't know if you guys were there, but we had a 15-day win streak at a certain point, and it was back to back. I would get on stream, take a trade, 1 to 2 trades, maybe max, book on those trades like $1,000, $3,000, get out. And then everybody in the comments on TikTok be like, #1 Asia scalper, #1 Asia scalper.
That's crazy.
And it's just so funny, bro. But yeah, that's how I got.
It's got to be a little bit of a good feeling, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For
You
sure.
made
dude.
those guys days, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They go crazy in the TikTok live chat, because I remember I was just in a demo trade yesterday promoting the YouTube and all that good stuff, and it was probably a two candles for a win. Probably like took 5 minutes, and people were so happy. I'm like, yeah, bro, hell yeah. I was like, shit, I didn't know y'all were that excited for that, but it looks like a couple people were tailing.
I'm saying.
Actually, let me find this photo for you. It's actually really crazy. But at that point, I would have 3,000 people watching me, 4,000 people watching me.
On TikTok, that
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
That's
on
crazy,
TikTok, yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
That's the
I'll
most
really
I've
show
seen
you.
in the Traders Live or heard about.
Yeah, really.
It's-
Eddie,
I've never
seen
seen
Eddie
it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen 4,000 with
3,000.
trading. Or 3,000. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you will never see that out there. Like, everybody was saying, there's no way, and it is true. Like, I'll show you that, It's just so crazy. Look at this here. I'll just send this to you guys.
Yeah, we'll pop it up on screen here.
Yeah, well,
And let me take a screenshot just in case it didn't save it.
sounds good.
Because I had one of my friends reach out to me and say, "Yo, what the hell? Like, you got everybody watching you, dude." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I appreciate you, bro."
Did you feel any pressure with all that or what?
Yes, absolutely. But it keeps you so like controlled. Like you see the views on the top right, and you would see like you're so in control. You're like, I can't mess up. You know, like you want your execution to be perfect. You want your entries to be perfect. Everything you want it to be like the best, because if you do one mistake, everybody's gonna look at you in a bad as a proud person. You guys know, obviously, how TikTok comments go. They're raising.
Oh, we've seen it. We've heard it.
Dude, yeah, it gets some crazy comments. But it's
like
the pressure's there.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
And you're usually pretty good with reading the TikTok chats, but you can't really read it with 3,000, can you? I mean, you just got to stay locked in because it's moving so fucking fast.
Honestly speaking to you, like when I was doing this and the win streak was happening, I did not even look at the TikTok chat because I would be so mentally messed up.
Locked.
Right?
Yeah.
So, no, messed up. I would be mentally messed up because I know there's 3,000 people watching me.
Okay, yeah.
I would look to my right because I have the monitor right there. And I would look to my right like this and I see 3,000 people watching. I'm
like,
I get a little nervous.
When we have 100, I'm kind of I get a little bit shaky.
Walking on thin ice.
Thin ice for sure. So continuing on. So have you ever experienced hesitation, like when you're about to enter a trade, and if so, how did you deal with that?
Yeah. I think hesitation is normal. That's again, a lot of people think that these things that you're mentioning right now are bad traits of trading. I think these are the most common things that happen in trading, right? I think you as a trader, beginner, charting, you're starting the markets, you're gonna have hesitation because you haven't tested your strategy as much. So every problem in trading has a solution. You just have to find it. Every single problem in life has a solution. Every single thing has a solution. You just have to find it. So, for example, like when you said, hesitation, I would look at that and I say, okay, well, I'm hesitating to take my entries, and I would look at the setup and it would play out after, and I would jump in late. And the way I went about that is that's when you go to backtesting and forward testing. You have to trust yourself in a sense, and you have to know if you're feeling like some kind of hesitation, you probably are risking too much, right? Mm-hmm. Or you probably have not tested your strategy so much for you to know that you should not hesitate. So when you get those clear setups, you're good to go. Like you don't feel like hesitation coming in. Yeah,
for sure. Like that, just being fully locked in after knowing yourself, knowing what works, and trusting yourself and being confident, I think is a key and big thing to have.
And I agree with you with the risk management, having a good risk management, so you're not like, damn, like I can't lose this. Like it's okay to lose, so you want to feel good after the loss.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really difficult though for a lot of people. They don't kind of focus on that, but I definitely think that's a big factor.
And then speaking on that, when you do take a loss, when you're locked in, you're like, oh, I'm ready. This is a good setup. And then you take a loss. How do you know if it's a good loss?
As long as you have followed your rules, as long as you have done everything that you could do to actually manage the position the right way, so you're not over trading it, you're not taking a random entry, you're not just revenge trading or doing random stuff, you're following the set rules that you have set out for yourself, then that is not a bad loss. Mm-hmm. And a big thing, of course, as long as you have not over leveraged. Like if you lost 2001 trade just because you felt like it, that's pretty bad, bro. You're asking for it,
Yeah, that is major. We went through a streak where we had like 15 good days, and then someone in our Discord, like rule following days, and someone in our Discord was like, you guys should do a punishment for every loss. And then we kind of realized like it's not bad to lose, and we're going to make it seem like it's like a really bad thing, and we're going to punish ourselves after losing. But realistically, losing is good. It's like a lesson.
It's part of the journey.
It's a part of the journey for sure, but having a little bit of you guys as content creators, I think it would be solid for you guys to actually do that.
Really?
It's not a bad advice. Like for me, I have if I rent trade or if I do anything stupid like that, like for me, when I do it, for me at my end, like the dumbness of trading, which happens to all of us. If I do anything like that, I have to give out an account. I have to give away an account.
Yeah, you see, for us, it's kind of like if we just take a single loss, it's paint your nails rainbow for a week, cut your eyebrow off.
I wasn't saying breaking a rule. I was more going with if it was a good loss, they still want us to do the punch.
I ran a milk mile the other day.
Okay, yeah. See, now you understand.
Yeah,
I ran a milk mile, which wasn't too hefty because I took a loss.
Just over a normal loss. So we tried to cut that out.
Yeah, but
No.
Yeah, I mean, we might just go back to it for the losses, just for fun, just to
For
find something
the
to do.
really like bad losses, like if you guys go on a complete spree where you're just like FOMOing in doing stuff like that, then yeah, absolutely go for it.
Okay.
Turbo says
Kudos,
it.
but, like,
I think we should do
Turbo,
it.
Yeah.
great question talking about punishments for losses. So when you take a bad loss to me in pickleball, what's the punishment?
Ooh.
And pickleball?
Yeah, when you take a bad loss to me, like once I absolutely.
So far, I have not had that, but you know what? I'll let you full port a account. I'll buy it on the spot and let you full port it, and then that way you can.
Wow.
show what you got.
That's classic.
Bad.
If I lose, I'll let you full port my account.
Yeah, I want the same deal as well, I have to say.
Okay, well, back to trading. Have you ever blown profits or had a major setback?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I had this account, like I told you, like when I first started with options, I had this account that I built up from $5,000 to $50,000 in profit. That's literally a crazy return. And it took me 3 months. And I was happy, thrilled, everything. One day I wake up, that's when I had COVID actually at that time. I got COVID myself, and I was already sick, kind of tired in life, I didn't feel like the best in that day. But what I decided to do is go ahead and trade. So I got on the charts, I started trading, I saw SPX, I took it for puts. I remember this exactly. And I took my position, I was already down $1,000, so I said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna double down. I'll add more, because I really want to see that level get tapped or hit. Never happened. I doubled down again. So in total, I was in with that position. You would be very surprised if I say this number, but with the whole entire position from 0 to 100, I was in with $50,000, which is my total.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Just because I kept adding, and then alpha decay, all of these things that happen in options that people don't even know because it's future, it's different. They started adding up, and the position contracts were down like 30%, even though they were literally at my entry.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
I was at my lowest. Yeah, I was at my lowest. That day, what I did is I just turned off my phone and I walked away. And I come back to my account being from $50,000 in profit to $3,000. Below what I started with.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Pretty bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
So then what would your protocol be for recovering from a bad day or a losing streak?
My protocol with that is step away as soon as you start seeing a pattern of you being in a bad spot, or like if you feel like your psychology is not in play today, you don't feel like you're comfortable taking an entry or position, then it's best for you to not trade that day. And if you don't see clear direction, step away. But say you go ahead and take a trade, you take a bad loss, take multiple trades that are bad. The best thing you can do for yourself is shut off everything, lock yourself out, shut off everything, and walk away. And I'm saying go outside, go somewhere, away from the computer. What I've noticed is people have their setups in their bedrooms. It's a good thing, don't get me wrong. It's a good thing, but if you have space outside of your bedroom, somewhere maybe in the living room with your family, if you're living with your parents, I'm pretty sure there's like another side you could put your computer in, just a little bit, really close. It doesn't have to be in your bedroom though. Just somewhere not in your bedroom. And that way you're not gonna step away from the computer and go to your bed and lay down and come back on there.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. Because when you see that it's very close to you, you're going to come back on and you're going to try to do it again and again and again. And it's just going to be a chain reaction where you just stay in that loop, basically.
Yeah.
But the best thing you could do for yourself is move yourself out of that, come back in, maybe the next day, and try to keep your setup far away from your bed. Don't keep it close. Because I've seen so many people keep it close and they keep coming back to their screen just because it's really close to them.
Yeah.
Protocol though, just go outside. Just go outside, do something else, completely shut off your brain from the charts, let it be. That's it. One losing day does not mean that the whole week is red.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it is good to get away. There's so many times where I've all right, I lost, and then it's all right, I'm going to throw this trade and just watch it from bed. So I think that's actually a really good idea, and I've talked to a lot of people who have done the same exact thing. So I've never heard anybody say that, but that's a great idea. Maybe if you do have room, move it away from your bed.
Something we might be able to incorporate.
Dude, even if you have a basement,
Yeah, for sure.
just do something put it
Yeah.
somewhere. Even if it's a laptop, I don't get it why it's on your bed. I've seen people trade on their bed as they're laying down. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
I have seen a few people do that as well.
Why are we
That is
doing that? Why are we laying down in bed comfy and you have your cat laying next to you, you have a candle lit up. What in the romantic
Lit up.
what's going on, bro? 50
I
Shades
see one of
of
my buddies used to
trades?
trade in the bath.
Bro, no, that's like
Yeah, he used to take the MacBook with him in the bathtub and throw some bubbles and take some trades. I seen a video of it.
that's horrible. And
Don't
also
do that one.
a big thing, if you have your phone and you have a choice of you, for example, not trading on your phone, don't trade on your phone. Trade only on your computer. The reason why is because when you make that click where you have this setup and it's made for you to just trade on that setup, your brain kind of starts identifying that and saying, okay, when I'm seeing this computer screen, I need to lock in. When I'm not seeing this computer screen, I need to just not be locked in on, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just your brain. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
For sure. You got to rewire your brain.
Yeah.
For sure. Can anyone become a profitable trader?
No.
And why is that?
Everybody will tell you yes, right? That's the most typical answer. Is like, yeah, everybody can become profitable. No, not everybody can become profitable trading. People with different experiences, different backgrounds will vary. If you come from a background that you are, there's two different types of people in this world. There's people that stay inside the box, and there's people that keep themselves outside, take themselves outside that box. So there's people that are attached to you, giving them a set thing to follow, and that's it. They'll just follow that. And these people are good at being workers. Good for them. They will be good in college. They'll be good as workers. They'll be good in the fields out there in life. They'll be great. They'll be great employees. And I'm not saying that to ego them or talk bad about them. That's just what your skill traits are. There's nothing wrong with that. There's employees that get paid millions of dollars, by the way. I'm not saying they're going to be just wage. Oh, they're going to be working broken. That's it. No. What I'm saying here is there's people that are good to actually be an artist, to actually think outside the box and be different. And that's the people that will find success. And the people that are just stuck into, for example, watching a mentorship and following, oh, you know what, I'm a big ICT, I don't talk good about ICT concepts because I see people try to copy trade the unicorn model. Like, what the fuck is that?
Unicorn.
What unicorn are you talking about, bro? There's no, or the silver bullet, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? So when you see them replicating those things without any narrative that they built for themselves, they're not going to be successful in trading.
Yeah, sure.
So going back to that question is, can everybody become a profitable day trader? No, not everybody.
Okay. Great answer. I'm glad you went in depth on that. So kind of to sprinkle onto that, what's the biggest lie a trader could believe?
The biggest lie a trader could believe?
Yeah, or like, what's the biggest lie traders believe?
Oh, traders believe.
Yeah.
I'm profitable. You see so many people tell you that they're profitable, but they're afraid to show you anything. Like, when you ask them for payouts or you ask them for anything, matter of fact, they will just try to steer away from that conversation as much as you can. And it's sad that the space has that, right? Because a lot of people get paid a lot more from info than in trading. This is where, this is just what it is. A lot of people get paid from info. And that's just the space. I think a lot of the biggest lie that people believe is I'm profitable, and then you ask them what's your username, what's your background, and they say, oh well, I've been trading for the past year and I'm consistently profitable now, and I've gotten 7 figures in payouts. Or do you see these guys on TikTok, for example, that are making like 100K on their Top Step accounts? Why haven't you been moved to live or banned yet? Because a prop firm will not keep you there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If your balance on Top Step is like $300,000, for example, and you're not banned or moved to live, there's a problem there. There's definitely a problem. And that either means two things. That means that you're lying and deceiving people, or that means you've probably spent more than $300,000 on evals, and that's completely
a little bit lucky there.
Yeah.
That would make
That'd be pretty intense.
Holy, like you spent $300,000 on evals. You know how insane that would be.
Yeah. That's
I don't know.
a ton of evals.
That's a good amount of evals,
So if I were to give you 10 people from the trading space, completely random, how many of them do you think are fake?
Fake
Gurus.
Or just like maybe lie a little bit.
Maybe not fully transparent.
half, 5.
Okay.
Half.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
Because I've seen like there's a lot of good people. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that are amazing, honestly. They're like you would be surprised of how good they are as people that I have met myself. You know, Shinobi I can speak highly of, Eddie I can speak highly of, ZZ I can speak highly of. Who else? Who else can I speak good about? Peter Kennedy, very good guy. I think he's an awesome guy. Honestly, I've chatted with him a few times, and every single time I've chatted with him, amazing guy. I think he's, even though, by the way, coming from that background, PK, for the people that don't know, and for you guys that maybe probably don't know about this, first video that he made about me was actually a hate video towards me. And I was like, what did I do, bro? I don't even talk bad about you. I don't even know you, you know?
Yeah.
And then he reached out to me. He reached in a very humble approach. He apologized, and I said, hey, you know, for a man to come out to you and say, you know, I apologize for being disrespectful in some way, that takes a lot, and I respect that, and I can speak highly about him. You have Spooky, for example, good guy. You have a lot of good people in this trading space, in TikTok I'm speaking specifically, that are really good people. But you have a lot of bad people in the space that will deceive you, will try to sell you something, will try to pivot the narrative, will try to lie to you. And again, it's LARPing. There's a huge difference between LARPing and showcasing. Like, for example, you think I live in a high rise. You don't think I want to LARP the fact that I have a crazy scene behind me and all this. That's completely fine. LARPing payouts, LARPing income, or how much you've made through trading, where they combine it, that's not good. That's not good. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's something that I can never agree to. I can never agree to that, to be honest.
For sure. Respectable.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure.
Yeah.
I have a little question. It's a little off topic, but I did want to get into this, and I don't want to forget about it. You and ZZ and Shinobi really helped Eddie out in his journey. I just want to ask, what made him the right person to help, and why did you want to do all that for him?
That live account.
Dude.
Yeah, I like that. But Eddie speaks very highly of you guys, and I think you guys did supporting him a lot, and you know I think it's got very, very great.
No, absolutely. I support him as well. I speak highly of him as well. You know, Eddie's one of my, you know, like, Eddie's one of the best people that I've ever met. You know, the way that it went, here's how it started.
Yeah.
ZZ, me and him go to the gym, and he's like, yo, this guy, I joined his live yesterday. His name is Eddie. He's a funny guy, Asian dude, really hilarious. You know, I gave him a signal. He took the trade, and he was like screaming my name. I said, oh, really? That's funny. And he made the video. He uploaded it about ZZ. You guys could probably find it on TikTok if you guys want to put it up here right now or something, you know.
Yeah.
But basically, he made that video, and then I was like, okay. ZZ showed it to me. I didn't think of it too much. Then I'm scrolling TikTok one day. I don't really get on TikTok as much. Like, I try to keep myself away from social media as much as possible. I get on TikTok and I'm scrolling. I'm just having that moment where I'm just going on that, you know, just scrolling, just doom scrolling, and then I come across this guy, and he's Asian. I'm like, wait, I might know this guy. And then he's just talking about trading, and he's like, all right, guys, what setup should I take next? What trade should I take next?
That's so crazy.
Short? I'm going short.
He did.
Yeah. And I'm like, I might. And then I join. I said, hi. And he says, Turbo. Finally, Turbo decides to join. After all these guys join, I'm like, oh, shit, he knows who I am. That's definitely him. So that's the first interaction with Eddie. From there, I just started joining his lives, just watching on the back end. And I'm like, everybody's telling me, mentor Eddie, mentor Eddie, mentor Eddie. I'm like, okay, all right. I'll go ahead and get started. Eddie, I'll mentor you. At that time, he was getting mentored by somebody else. I told him, I said, you'll find your way back to me. Just let me know when you're ready. I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in my ability. I mean, you guys see Z. You guys see, you know, Eddie now compared to 3 months ago, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not in an ego way, but it's just, I like when someone knows what they're doing. It's just, that's what it is, right? It's, people will take it either in oh yeah, he has an ego, or people will be like, oh yeah, he just knows what he's doing. He just knows what he's doing. That's it. So mentorships and everything like that, I was like, Eddie, you know what? I'll take you under my wing. You know, let's do it. So Eddie calls me. I chat with Eddie, and I give him his first instant funded with Project X at that time with Tradeify.
Yeah.
And I gave him a 100K instant funded account, and I told him, just trade it. You could blow it, you could trade it, you could do whatever you want to do to that account. It's completely fine. All I want is the stats. I just want to know what's your stats right now. So Eddie starts trading, and keep in mind, as much as I mentored Eddie, I think a lot of it came from him because he was actually really, really ready to commit, understand, and learn. And he was like self-sufficient in a way. He is self-sufficient. He's not just depending on somebody to teach them and to guide them throughout the whole thing. He's very self-sufficient. So we would chat on the phone over like an hour or something like that. We would get on a Discord call. I would explain this and that to him. And literally within a month span, he still hasn't blown that account. And he gets very close to a payout and he blows the account. Like maybe $200 or $300. I could, ask him and see the number exactly. But it's like $300, $400 away from a payout and he blows that account. And he was upset at that time. He's like, fuck, I blew that account. So I said, okay, it's time for us to look at the stats now, since you blew the account. Copied the link, sent it to me, and I look at the link, I look at the account. The account stats are amazing. I'm saying like he has a good win rate, he has a good RR multiple, he has good risk management, good trading setups. He's not taking random things anymore. He's not following because what TikTok says and what the chat is saying, oh, go shorts, go longs, go shorts, go longs. He's taking his own setups. I said, Eddie, at this point, what I want you to do is instead of one account, open 5 top step accounts or whatever firm you want. And instead of just copy trading them, pass them all. And I want you to trade them individually. 5 accounts you have. One of those accounts, you will get to a payout. He opens 5 accounts. That's when he got his first payout.
Really?
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's a different way of going at it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of that. I've never like.
It makes sense though, because I see Eddie. He's always trading. He'll either be trading his Lucids, his Tradeifys, Apexes.
And that's the way with prop firms. A lot of people put that risk all together and try to copy trade across 20, 30 accounts because they want to get that rush. They want their blood racing. You're a gambler. You're not a trader. Congrats.
Correct.
But when you're trading, for example, you have 5 top step accounts, you have 5 TPT accounts, you have 5 Tradeify accounts, you have 5 Lucid accounts. You're trading them individually and you're putting on risk on each account, individually. You have multiple trades throughout the day to take, and you have more room for you to get towards those payouts. It's easier for you that way to start fluctuating with at least making some return instead of making no return on investment.
Yeah.
At least you're making something back. You get me?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That is a big thing. And now instead of going, obviously he scaled up from the just 5 accounts trading them individually, but I feel like he still hangs on. He does it in stacks now, so it's like he'll trade 3 and then 3 and then 3, and it's like if you do the way that you said, you're bound to get a payout on one stack, and
Literally.
instead of just $1,000, boom, it's $5,000 because it's a whole stack of accounts.
Yeah.
So I think that's very smart.
He's doing it very well as well. So I always see him.
That's exactly what we talked about. Yeah, that's exactly what we talked about. So when you feel comfortable to copy trade, you could stack accounts with the same firm and copy trade them. And that's when you will start getting those bigger payouts where it's 5K, 6K, 7K, 10K, so on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. Shout out Eddie, man. Shout out
Eddie, yeah. Eddie, I love Eddie, bro. Eddie is like, honestly, Eddie and ZZ are like, I could comfortably say Eddie, ZZ, Shinobi, brothers to me, for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so Turbo, what would you tell your beginner self?
Beginner self. The song, It Will All Work Out.
Yeah. You know that song? You want to sing it?
Yeah,
that's the song I would tell myself. Like, no, I don't want to sing. I can't sing, bro. But it will all work out, right? That's what I want to just. I want to just tell myself that, hey, be easy on yourself. It will all work out, and that's it. Whether you fail or succeed, it will all work out.
Yeah, I like it. What sacrifices are required to become profitable?
You have to sacrifice a lot, honestly. I think people try to tell you you're not gonna sacrifice much, but you're gonna go through a lot of emotional battles, mental battles, with yourself, with your family, with people around you, with people that see you fail and lose and lose and lose and lose and think you're a gambler, and all these bad things that happen because they don't see the vision that you see. So a lot of sacrifices come because the people around you are not used to what you do. They're not used to you doing what you do. So what they'll see is, you're taking a trade, you lost, and you come the next day, you lost. and you're not making big purchases. You'll see all these guys the same age as you buying cars, buying homes, going through college, passing degrees, and going on to their life, and you're just stuck. You're just sitting there like, am I going to do this? Am I going to make it? So a lot of that sacrifice comes from, you know, emotional and mental battles that you have to go through as a beginner trader. And when you pass those things, it's like, think about what they say, there's a light at the end of darkness.
Yeah.
There's a light. There's a light there. You just have to be patient with yourself. You have to be good to yourself. You have to be a good person. I hate when people start making money and they pivot, and they, instead of becoming that good person that you could be, they pivot into a evil guy that is just, oh yeah, fuck everybody. I hate everyone. I'm him or whatever. No, it's not that way, dude. Be good to you. Be good to others, because karma is real. Like, you could be successful one day and you could pretty much go down south the next day. And if you're cocky and if you have an ego, nobody's gonna be there for you.
For sure.
Karma farm like Timmy's doing right now.
Yeah, Timmy.
Timmy? Oh wait, Timmy's a goat. Actually, I offered Timmy to mentor him a long time ago.
No
Really?
way.
Hey, wow.
Yeah,
DJR
yeah.
stole it from you.
yeah. No, it's
That's
okay.
interesting.
Let me
Yeah,
just
he's
stop.
karma farming right now, but Timmy's doing good, man.
Timmy's
Shout out
our
Timmy
goat.
as well.
Love you, Timmy.
Love Timmy.
Shout out Timmy, yeah. Timmy's one of the goats. I actually love Timmy. I'll still talk to him. We're not close like crazy, but I think he's one of the funniest guys I've ever seen in my life. Like, he has some crazy stories to tell whenever you watch his TikToks and the way he acts.
Yes.
I think he's very fun to be around.
Yeah.
I'd love to one day have him on the podcast. Not even
Yeah.
not
I
even
think
really
that'd be
dip into the trading stuff, you know, just get an insight on him, you know.
His whole life.
Dude, he is a funny guy. I think Timmy has the personality that, you know, if he starts IRL streams, which I hope he does, he will definitely succeed.
No doubt.
Like, he has the personality that is so hilarious. You want to watch him and just, he's an entertainer, honestly. He is so
Even him on the treadmill, when he's just walking the treadmill, I find him hilarious.
I
Yeah,
know.
bro.
It's just the most random stuff.
I just go there, I'm like, yo, Timmy, what up? And then, yeah. I hope one day he comes down to Texas, or maybe I'll go to California where he's at and then meet him one day, maybe.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So what would you say what is your why, and why does it matter to you?
My family, bro. A lot of it, again, we came from very, again, humble backgrounds. We came from nothing, you know, from the Middle East. We had a family, we had a life over there. And then when the war started, imagine your life is your life is up here. You're doing good in life. Your family has a good amount of money to live very comfortable. I'm not saying I came from broke ends and like we had nothing. No, we had a pretty big house in the Middle East. We had a 3-story house with a full front yard. My dad used to drive BMWs and Mercedes that are brand new, that just come out, and he would put them in the parking garage. We used to have a private driver that comes and picks up my mom, takes her shopping, comes back, drops her off. So we were living really nice. But going from that to point blank nothing, literally, money does not matter. When it comes to war, a lot of people don't realize this because you're living in the United States. And be blessed. Just be blessed. People don't understand that, but be blessed that you live here. Because you can go from living completely a happy life and everything's normal, but when war comes, no matter what money you have, no matter the dollar amount, you will go back to being just like every other human.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So going from that to that, my mom, I saw her in a very deep spot, and I saw how my family was, and I'm like, my mom was like, hey, I want you to do something. I want you to do something for yourself. Please. Like, go to school, do something. And I wanted a way out. I want to make her happy. I wanted to make her proud. And the way I did that was obviously through trading, because every other thing failed. Every other thing that I tried failed. And when I came to her after that was in 2022, I came to her and I said, hey, you know, we're buying a house, right? She said, yes. I was like, okay, I want to know how much is the whole house. Well, we're buying, it was like a decent home here in DFW, actually in Dallas. It was like $230,000 at that time because prices were a lot lower than now. And she goes, it's like 230. I was like, oh, okay. So I reached out to the realtor and I just paid for it. I said, hey, here's the cash.
That's crazy. That's got to be
Here's
the
the
best feeling.
And then my mom was like, well, the house is sold. I said, yeah, sold to us. She said, what? I
Wow.
said,
It's gotta be
sold
the
to
greatest
us.
feeling.
Best feeling, I'm telling you. Like,
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
people say money doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys the people the opportunity to be happy. Like it gives them the
Yeah.
freedom
100%.
to be
100%.
happy. And when that happened, she just the smile, the brightness in her face. Whenever I used to buy her gifts on Mother's Day, and I'm like, "Hey, mom, here, I bought you this." She's like, "You went from my son, from being this little guy that I would have to baby, to now you being the complete fucking back of our family."
Yeah.
Where we are depending on you, where we believe in you, where we come to you for questions, where we come to you for advice. You're the youngest, but we come to you as the oldest.
Yeah. That's
And
classic.
That's a
Special.
different feeling. Yeah, that's a
Sure.
different
I mean, I couldn't even imagine that, bro. I mean, that's pretty intense.
It's really a whole change in life. And again, in the United States, you don't see that often. Because your families over here in the U.S. we're used to. I grew up here, so I'm pretty familiar with the whole way that here, the culture here, right? You grow up. By the time you're 18, you should probably have a job. You should probably start working. You should probably need to probably move out or start venturing on your own life. And you're now an adult. In the Middle East, you're an adult at the age of 13.
Yeah.
You have to pay bills. You have to do things a certain way. You have to take care of your siblings at a very young age. So you mature a lot faster.
Bet.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very
Makes
fun.
sense.
Turbo, that was an
I'll
amazing
take you
interview.
guys. Yeah, I'll take you guys with me to the Middle East.
That'd
I'll
be
be
amazing.
down. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, to wrap this up, we ask everyone for an inspirational quote. We don't care if it's corny. Do you have anything to send us off with?
Yeah, it's actually a quote from a book that I read. Let me find that. It's a quote that I read from a book from Russ. Do you listen to Russ, the singer? No?
Nah, I played the game though.
No, we're not Rust. Russ, R-U-S-S.
Oh, okay, yeah, got you.
So he says, trust the what, fuck the when, forget the why. Never forget the why, sorry.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
trust the
That's
what,
hard.
fuck the when, never forget the why. And that's, as corny as it is, that's my favorite quote.
Wow.
No, I like
Oh,
that.
that
a lot,
makes sense,
I
actually.
like that a lot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, shoot.
Wow, Turbo, great interview. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys. No, I appreciate you guys for having me here. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you guys
blast.
did enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, DMG.